Fire Emblem Engage, a game where the only thing more ridiculous than the builds you can make is the fact that Sami is not playable. Let's make some builds even more insane by randomizing the entire game. Yes, that means the growths, the base stats, the skills, emblem skills, but most importantly, the player models. Yo, look at Marth. Past PND. Love that it's just gonna be random ass people doing this. So the DLC is the main character. That was not expecting that of all people. Yo! So I got 2 strength. What's my build? Is my build at least good? 6 build, that's on the higher end because it can be 4 to 6. Speed 3, def 1 with 14 health. Uh-oh. Second, how busted are you? Okay, not very. You one-tap me! Okay, let's think about this. Okay, I wasn't expecting it to be easy, but I wasn't assuming I would get one-tapped on map 1. Oh, I thought I was free. So one thing to note here is there are going to be a lot of issues with some of these attempts, which means we might just be purging runs, letting Sombron win, and starting over. Oh my god, look, it's Claude, it's Leaf. What happened? Wait, who's Mom? I want Mom to be someone really funny like Kagetsu. I think Kagetsu would make great Mom. Okay, that's good. This map is one of the 2 hardest maps in the game. The reason for this is simple. Mom's the first promoted unit you have to face off with. Because it randomizes base classes and promoted classes differently, she has inflated stats. To top this off, only the units that survive the first half will actually be able to fight Lumera the second time, so if I lose anyone, I'm going to have a bad time. Because Lumera can pretty much guarantee a kill when she blitzes you with her big move. Based off the number of P&D here, you can see what attempt we're on. So you can imagine just how many child abuse charges Lumera has racked up at this point. Since Lumera left before she can even press assault charges, we got away scot-free, only to have to clean up her murder scene. Surely we'll get put in court later, but for now, let's just clear the map. This is usually the map where Salient joins you with Celica and you have to save Chloe and Luis. Well, for us, we have Panette, Jade, and Boucheron. Yeah, I legit think Panette might just solo the map. Yeah, you're just dead. Who do we get at the end of the game?
Thank you.
Look at tall Hortensia. Normally on this castle map, you can do a pincer attack and join in the middle. Well, I decided to send a forced left and then mildly cheese everything through the right with someone who was already willing to go to jail anyway. Plus, like, we're the Divine Dragon. Is anyone gonna say anything to us? Who the what? Emblem -4? Wait, so your base speed is 14? On the Micaiah map, surprisingly, I had no issues, you only needing to kill the boss, and not the dudes that all happen to have the Binding Blade. After meeting the noble Alcret Jean, we need to fight Buff Linden and some T-posing Pegasus Knights. With only minor casualties, we can quad attack Cedal and end the map. No, there it is! It's the T-pose!
Oh no.
Let's go!
That's not how you ride it.
We now must defend the castle with the stoic Fram from the soon-to-be Empress Alfred, but not before we get jump-scared. Wait, oh, Rosato! In Ivy again! This map is a tough one due to the 2 promoted units that move at you trying to break down your defensive line. Luckily for me, however, there's always the obstruct staff. This makes it so it's very easy to coax a certain unit into the correct spot so I can use the sniper, Divine Dragon P&D 6 to commit murder. Turns out the King of Brodia decided to go and get himself killed, so we're on an absolute warpath to get his body back. We take rescuing very seriously, this map is done in less than 10 minutes. Full confidence in my ability to meme right now. I did not take your sister. Your sister came up to me and I crit her. Sweet, I don't even have to worry about getting hit. Fight someone is like, yeah, you know what? I did really good. Narcissistic. Oh, good job, Vander. And now for the actual skill check the game gives you. punishing you for all your crimes by taking away your emblem rings. And this is where chat made a decision. They decided at this point it was too easy. And I wanted to make sure that chat felt like you were represented, like you had something to do with this, that you had control. So you know what we did? We restarted to the very beginning on a harder difficulty. And you might be saying, oh, I can't wait to see everything that happened, but I put this poll up on YouTube, and that meant, aside from one fight, you're just gonna continue on from here. So everything you know, everyone you know, they don't exist anymore. Lumaria this runaround was a special case. She was so incredibly buff, and honestly, while she was engaged, it looked like it was over, creating PND 10. However, she could only use the weapon she had equipped while she was engaged. So by sacrificing my 3 friends in front of me, I timed her out so then I could spend 10 years hitting her for minimal damage. Also, by the way, mages are backup units now, which makes them insanely good with 3-range magic. Now we're in the desert, and yes, our army looks incredibly different right now. All you really need to know is P&D and Rosado are good. So we get to go save villagers in the middle of the desert, but here's the thing. They actually have weapons because of the randomizer. Surely this doesn't mean they'll go attack and get themselves killed immediately. Somehow Ike managed to randomize into himself, and we picked up a really good unit, Madeline, who is definitely not carried by the fact that she comes with boots. She can do what I couldn't. Kill Mom. So Rosado was absolutely cruising at this point in the game. To give context, he started out as a retainer and pretty much I could tell had good growth, so I was able to just throw him at the indoor pond here on this map and to have him nuke everything as the rest of my units pushed off to the sides, so then we can meet up and end the map pretty easy. Here it is, the fun C-Dal-Eta map. So this became a puzzle. So this map got really tricky because usually when Seedall's in the middle, he can't get attacked initially and you have time to get to him. However, Etier just dies immediately. So what I had to do was I had to freeze as many units as I could to then have a chance of her being able to dodge a couple times so I could get to her before she perished. So editor's note, I actually said something wrong. So actually Seedall can live, like both the people he gets hit by, and then just use an elixir and you have a couple turns. Whereas here, she couldn't live a turn, so I had to make sure that she could just survive. On top of that, due to the miasma, and to dispel it, you need a certain type, which is randomized. The person that had the corn ring essentially was not able to actually get rid of the miasma. So I had to coax enemies out so that I would be able to commit murder. So at this point we have access to Divine Blessing, meaning I can pretty much just put a gem on someone and they essentially have an extra life. This is normally only on Tiki, who's in DLC, but since it's a random and I have 2 people having it, I will in fact be using it. Not only that, but there's a certain broken weapon meme you can do with Panette. To be honest, you're backup though. Oh wait, Raging Storm, 55%? We hit those every time of the week, baby. This allowed me to pick apart everything with relative ease. Chapter 17, the hardest map in the game on your first playthrough. There's so many bosses, enemies, and ways that it can go wrong, but I was prepared to tackle it. I was, however, not prepared to have someone have the skill Draconic Form, a skill that gives you an extra 40 stats overall on a boss unit. But with Draconic Hex, it allows us to get down to pretty much what the normal stats were, and we can just dunk on them. Also, my footage for chapter 19 and most of chapter 20 got lost because I forgot to hit the record button. And if we look at the calendar here, you'd say I could go back to the stream and just get it. But this was recorded in February, and I'm editing this in December. Oops. So here we are, the bane of my Rosado solo video, the Veil map. This map you have to push forward with all your might and get to her as soon as possible so you can take her down before you get collapsed on. So I did what I do best, and put Divine Blessing on Rosado and sent him into the void. And well, I might have gotten a little lucky. Not the miss. We have Bond Blast if we miss. Even with all my stats down. Yeah, if that map is hard, it's super hard, but otherwise it's a rather fast one. It's volcano time. And we get to start off by smelling horse meat, because the reinforcements all have to be flying, and well, they aren't, which makes it significantly easier for me as they just get to cook themselves as I progress through the map. The only thing to look out for on this map is the 2 bosses, and that's only because they have pass. This means every time I use a unit it's squishy, I have to then make sure they're covered on all ends so they don't just get sniped. And now here we are in the past, where we get to fight the true Divine Dragon. Stop having Draconic Form, for the love of God, game. I hate it. I hate it here. And no pair. Oh, this guy's just a dude. I was planning on just throwing my bulky units and pushing forward on this map, only to have that backfire. But hey, we're still okay. We still have P&D. We have Rosado. It's fine. The only real danger on this map was Cataclysm. This magic attack was the only thing that could really damage P&D or Rosado, so I had to be a little careful, but in the end, we still clear. Objection! Lumiere is back from the dead to take us to court once and for all the assault charges we did in our past lives. However, we aren't going to even show our face in court. We're sending our lawyers Vale and Rosado to silence the plaintiff. The corrupt dragons have piercing damage, which can really hurt us, so sending in the tag team allows them to put an extra divine blessing on Rosado once he loses his first one. And just like that, we walk away with no charges. Here we are at the end of our randomized journey with a newfound sense of justice once we learn we can fight our way through any court. And now, let's kill Sombra. Rosado solo? Yeah, that's everyone's out of the way. All right, go for it. Command and conquer. Bonk. Bros, I missed 280s. 380s in a row, in fact. How can I miss that? Well, that's the thing. That's what Fire Emblem's really about, is being mad at your luck. It's like a gacha game, except for you don't have to pay for it.
Are you sure about that?
All right, we did it. We beat the final boss, guys. All right, so what are you weak to? Nothing. You were just a dude. Heck. The strongest possible option. Oh, we don't have to worry about the flying dudes because they're not flying. Oh, I mean, this just got so infinitely easier, actually. Holy cow. All right, so we're just gonna kill 3 of the dudes and then try to fight him normally instead of killing every single one, because it'll take a lot less time. All right, so we will have to do funny stuff here in a second. We might be just killing people off, which sounds bad, but trust me, it's fine. So let me just casually rescue you here, and then I'm gonna start poisoning him. No! And I need all the poison stacks before I like get funky with it. And I dodged anyway. Do I do enough damage with you? Yep. You might have taken a lot of damage. That's okay. Oh no, I'm just ignoring you. I'm going to just kill the guy. I beat an Engage randomizer after 9 attempts. Let's go! I'm gonna edit a video on this, so congrats, you were here. Put up there, you were here. Yeah, I am. It's gonna probably come out in a bit.
1 year later.